How are we doing today, guys? Today we're going to talk about the three most basic steps to success. Sounds pretty basic and elementary, but critical as we've met several people at these trainings and excited to meet you. But as I've analyzed several people that are successful and those that are still working their way towards success, it can easily be broken down into where their issues are and which one of these three aren't they focused on. Number one, definiteness of purpose. It's the starting point of all achievement. A phenomenal quote, but if those that don't have a definiteness of purpose or a why, something personal, something that's driving you, something that will always stop you from quitting, this business is too difficult and too many obstacles and too many workarounds to stay driven towards it. If your goals aren't defined, you'll quit. You'll hit that obstacle and you'll decide this isn't for you, which is, in my opinion, the biggest mistake you can make. So step one, define that goal. What is it you're working towards, and make it personal. Make it clear and specific, but most importantly, I think, is make it measurable. I've met a lot of people that want to get into real estate, and that's their goal. I guess that's more measurable, but not very clear and specific. Not really defined reason why they want to get into real estate, or will they know at what level of real estate is their point of success. It's just not really defined if you can tell that. So define your purpose, define your goals, make it attainable, make it believable, make it measurable, but also make it in line with all of your other goals. I think one of the best examples of people's whys that we need are their legacy, their family, their kids. And that was exactly, what I can relate to. We're all a product of our upbringing. We all have our different perspectives and what life's about and what we value. And I think everybody values time, some more than others. My perspective of being raised by a nanny, really, and 5 older sisters, it helped me, prioritize what I thought was valuable far more than money. So that's critical in setting and defining your goal. My advice, unless you get very specific and give yourself a set time frame on it, this goal is not a dollar figure. It's not, I want to make money. It's what's behind it. It's what's that dollar figure tied to. Everything that's important in my life, I can't attach a dollar figure to it. And so that tells me, and has always told me, that money is just a vehicle to obtain what's really important. It's not actually what's important. So make sure that all of your goals are in harmony with everything else. And as you're all building a legacy, or whether it's freedom or grandchildren or college or whatever those reasons why are, we've got to have a plan in place, one foot in front of the other. And not just starting to take action and placing one foot in front of the other, but knowing where to step, knowing what to do. I think every business would have an example of how critical it is to know what you're doing. That's the common sense side of it. But very few people ever entertain multifamily real estate because it's not attainable to them. Their level of understanding, or their level of what's realistic to them, their level of goals of what's attainable, has never been really shown to you. And that's why I couldn't be more excited to teach you how to think bigger. And in the multifamily space, that mindset wasn't something I was born with either. Something that was definitely learned and taught to me. Number 3 is take ownership. Taking ownership and stop blaming others for all your failures, basically, is the long and easy way of saying it. That look on that baby's face is exactly right. I think some, if not all of you, can relate to this. We all can at some points of our life, where we kind of creep back into what I call my victim mentality. We always want what we don't have, and growing up in an entitled mindset that my parents were the first college graduates of their family, and they were dedicated to giving their kids everything they didn't have, and they met in medical school, and they gave their kids everything they didn't have, but that didn't really equal time with their kids. I'm not positive that they planned on raising their children with a nanny and spending their time with other people's kids, but like I said, we're all a product of our upbringing. And that upbringing, I developed a victim mentality. I blamed everything for everybody when really it caused me to stop, and it caused me to not see the opportunities that I was given because I was blaming everything for everything, everyone for everything, and complaining. Felt like I had the right to. So I'm off my soapbox, but take ownership of those goals. I wish somebody would have told me at a young age that the world's not going to care about my goals as much as I am. The world doesn't care about my kids like I do, and they shouldn't. They should care about their own. It's my job to take ownership of my own life. So as you do that, those 3 steps, and taking accountability and taking ownership, I promise you, if those 3 things are in line, you have a goal that's defined, you have a major purpose in mind, you know what your why is. You know the steps, you have the plan in place, you have the support system around you, and you know what to do. And you take ownership of those steps. Yeah, it seems like common sense, but it's very basic steps to success that I'm not sure how you can fail.